Sometimes there are things you can't control, and you just got to deal with them. Welcome to episode 10. I'm Bill Snodgrass, and in this vlog, I'm going to talk a little bit about some things that have unfolded in YouTube. Plus, got some comments and observations about society and technology and how iPhones have become such a major part of our lives. I got a couple of comments from some students, so I think it's going to be a fun vlog, and I'm glad that you have clicked in to be a part of it. And that's my intro. So, the DJI app that I'm filming this with, it has beautify effect. I turned it on, so now I'm sure I'm much better looking. I should probably go ahead and do the thumbnail picture now. That's got to be it. This is going to be one crazy vlog. So here's a pro tip for you. If you open that door, all that snow is going inside. So, pro tip is keep your ice scraper in the back seat. So, this is going to go really badly. I have to sit in it. So after you have gotten the snow out of the back seat, you're ready to scrape. I'm actually going to do a work-based learning visit right now. It's actually Martin Luther King Day when I'm filming this, but guy started a new job, and I thought it'd be good to check in on him. And he said he worked on Monday, but so that was the first time I could get in to see him, and that's what I'm doing. Whatever. You probably don't care about any of that. So this afternoon I went to do a work-based learning site visit, and while I was at the place, it was a restaurant. While I was there, this episode came up on the TV that really fascinated me because of the kind of the implications of it has for us on society. But I want to put this thought in there because I think this little episode on TV says a lot about our society and where we are with these iPhones. They are such a part of us now. So the story goes like this. A guy, this girl, they meet, if I recall correctly, they met at Starbucks, and one thing, slow at first. 7 months later, they're spending a lot of time together. And every single time, he turns off his phone. He never has his phone on when he's with her. Now, everybody in the restaurant was like, that's suspicious. That is crazy suspicious. And I guess that's my thought is, we have gotten to the point in society that our phones are such an integral part of us that if someone turns their phone off, now certainly if you know, turning your phone off while you're at dinner one time, you know, that makes sense. Turn your phone off. But if you do it every time for 7 months, so the girl sends a text to the TV station, and the TV station starts talking about it. Everybody in the restaurant where I student work, they're like, oh my gosh, this guy's obviously up to something. And 75% of the audience said the same thing. This guy is up to something. Because our phones have become that much a part of us that to turn it off is the exception to the rule. Whereas I have been mucking around in the Tahoe in this snow event, I gotta say this. As far as driving in snow, this machine is a beast. I went over to Buckley, the parking lot. It was basically just like 4, 6, I don't know how much, drifts and whatever. In, out, not a problem. So that's what's up at the Tahoe today. First thing I want to talk about is a change in YouTube's monetization policy. I hit my 10,000 views in December, which now apparently means absolutely nothing to YouTube. I found this waiting for me yesterday when I checked my channel status, and this is kind of the impetus for the serious topic. Sometimes you can't do anything about something, you just got to accept it. I can't do anything about YouTube's policy. It makes sense for them because this new policy eliminates the need for them to check hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of YouTubers. And it doesn't make any difference to the advertisers because they're paying per view. It doesn't really matter what channel their ad runs on. So if their ad doesn't run on my channel, it runs on someone else's. And then all the targeting and everything works the same. So for channels like mine that are small, it just takes it off YouTube's to-do list, and they're then able to tell their advertisers that, how they check all the channels. So I understand it. I just don't like it. And there's nothing I can do about it. So I gotta accept it. So there's a swim meet tonight, and I'll probably be I'm planning on photography. I'm planning on photographing. What? Photographying. There's a swim meet tonight. I'm planning on photographing. I believe this is senior night, so they're going to be celebrating the seniors on the team or honoring them in a special way. What? I'm planning on. What? I'm planning on. Wow. No end. Quick story. Story time. Student story at that. So we're doing in the Introduction to Chemistry Physics class, we're doing a lot with moles and grams and converting this many grams into this many moles and so on. So it's math. Let's just say math. So I tried to connect the moles to grams concept to eggs in dozens. And so I said to a student, I said, well, if you have 2 dozen eggs and there's 12 eggs in each dozen, how many do you have? And she goes, 24. I said, so yeah. I said, that's something you're familiar with, converting from, eggs to dozens. And she goes, no, really, I don't math my eggs. I like that. I don't math my eggs. So I just cook them. I cook them. But it was funny. It was funny when she said it. I just got a call from Rachel with cardholder services. There's no problems with my account, so I really appreciate her calling, even if Rachel from cardholder services is a computer. The concept of having to just put up with things, deal with things, accept things as they. There is a key component to that makes it work, and that component is understanding the difference between things you can change and things you can't change. And that's a vital difference. Where things are not the way they should be, there is trying to make a change is a good thing. But sometimes there's things you can't change, and you just have to deal with it. So the idea of accepting what you can't change, that's not original with me. It's within the 12-step program. It's part of the serenity prayer that goes something to the effect of, grant me the courage to change what I can, the patience to accept what I cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that's kind of the wraparound thought for this blog. I said, you got to deal with it. Sometimes you got to deal with things. Sometimes you got to deal with things you can't change. Sometimes you've got to accept things the way they are because they're outside your ability and your power to make a change. Things like the weather, things like the past election. You can work to change in the future, but you can't change the past. Some things you've got to deal with and accept. But some things ought to be changed, and the question becomes, are you brave enough to try to make the change? Are you concerned enough to try to make the change? Are you willing to do what has to be done to try to see a better situation created? So that's all. Some things you got to deal with, some things you ought to change. The question is, do you know the difference between the two? And when you find something that ought to be changed, are you willing to make the change? So we're doing a swim meet tonight. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna video, or not video, but photograph. So I'm gonna go get that done, and then get home and try to call it a night. Pack this stuff up. All right, another day. Another day. Drop the thing. So that's it for the day. I'm gonna call it. Thank you for watching episode 10. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy episode 10, I hope you would consider clicking the like button subscribing to the channel. Share this video with someone else who might like it, and if you're so inclined, leave a comment in the comment space down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Oh, I felt like I had something to say when I pushed the start button. Here's just one more pro tip for dealing with the snow on your windshield. If you think it's going to snow, take your scraper inside. And then you got it. Well, that was kind of cool.